I've been consistently avoiding this topic like the plague, mainly because I just didn't want to address it, but also because I needed time to gather my thoughts and address this properly if I ever did. I've seen people bring this up in my comments because they know that I'm a Christian conservative, and I already have a reputation for being called homophobic, but that's besides the point. I'm more surprised that people want my honest thoughts and opinions about it. Now that I think about it, are there any other conservatives that anybody else could have asked? Because if that's the case, then why did they ask me? Why me specifically? I'm asking I'm asking because I don't know any other conservative Moomin fans other than myself and other conservatives that I put onto the Moomins. Like literally, I managed to put my nigga Antunes on this shit. I'm so dead. You can literally. Oh my god, bro. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. The queer themes of the Moomins in general gets brought up to me a lot because people either want to see what I have to say about it, or they bring it up for a point even though it goes in the complete opposite direction they think it is. I have all of my thoughts collected and structured properly, so with that out of the way, I'm going to give you guys my deep thought out analysis and critique of these themes. I'm gonna try my best to be objective about all of this shit, especially since I have more people clicking on these videos, that shouldn't even be possible for this channel. Like, how the f is that happening? So one of the major queer themes we have to get into involves two separate characters, these two in specific being Thingamy and Bob. They are two tiny, timid creatures who carry around a suitcase. They are very cautious as to not let anyone get a hold of this suitcase because it contains a sparkling ruby. This is symbolic of Toe's first queer relationship with Vivica Bandler, as in the original Swedish translations, their names are both feminine, that being Tovslam and Vivslam, which is cooperated with the letters that they've sent back and forth to each other. I'm just gonna make this clear right now, no matter how hidden, queer themes should not be in a family-friendly franchise. No, let me finish. I hear the Soylent drinking cucks in my comments, alright? Shut up. Now we get to the core disconnect. I went over this in detail in a much more extensive video, but to shorten down the message, queer should not be in anything targeted towards kids or in any family-friendly franchise because it is inherently revolved around something sacred and sexual. And you just shouldn't be pushing that shit on children. I just think that's common sense. I really wish homosexuals would just keep total consistency with the phrase, why are you worried about what we're doing in the bedroom? Why are you worried about my sexual preference? You people just do not keep that consistency to save your fucking life. I have had this consistent take ever since my 3D Moomins video. I'm not shy in saying that at all. I come from an objective perspective about all of this shit because I want queer people to have a respective space without their sexuality getting in the way, you know? I'm pretty sure I had the same thing to say along the lines of that nature within my Snuffman video, so this should not be a surprise to anybody new here. Despite everything I just said, people are still going to find a way to disagree.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry.
The bottom line is, queer things should just stay in adult media because it stems from something that is inherently adultish. And anybody who is okay with that being in a mix is probably a closeted pedophile. Now that I have the objective takes established, I want to focus on giving more of my nuanced takes on this on every single one of these themes. We have to go through every single one of these queer themes before we give any nuanced takes though. Some of these themes that they listed don't fit this exact section. Basing a character off of someone who was queer in real life does not make that section queer themed. These niggas low-key just putting down anything at this point, bro. I'm getting ahead of myself, but what the fuck were they thinking? There's also another one that they listed that just does not fit this category. Why is this listed here? Oh my god. It gets harder and harder for me not to clown these niggas every time they do some stupid shit. But I'm going to save that side tangent because I'm going to expand on that much later in this video. There is the last theme I found according to my research that actually counts. This theme involves a dog which has a deep dark secret involving cats. This dog in particular doesn't like other dogs nor wants to be friends with other dogs, but they actually like cats and want to be friends with one.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
In all honesty, this being a theme that winks at homosexuality is a low IQ moment. Not only is the comparison abysmal dog shit, but even when she approaches it from the social shame front, that is just whack writing. As for why there's only 2 of them that count specifically, stop talking out of your mouth to me about Qkthr. She's just Snufkin if he was a woman. They're both the same, even in the sense that they're well thought out characters, and that they don't really have an attraction to anybody like that. Y'all must think I'm joking when these are actual points that people bring up to me. People actually be saying this shit, and it's like, shut the fuck up. You niggas are politically illiterate. You do not know what woke means. Oh, you don't like woke shit in cartoons? Well, you have no right to complain about that because you're a Moomin fan.
You're an idiot!
I'll expand more on that later. This one doesn't even fit in the queer theme section because it's not even about the queerness of the characters, it's about gender roles, so this is just queer slop. These niggas be giving y'all anything. So these 2 don't even count. I'm not sure why nobody questioned this. Moomin Corp just proves themselves that they think you, the fan of the franchise, sit in and ride around in wheelchairs. Cause what the fuck are these mental gymnastics? I didn't expect to debunk 2 of the 4 themes that they labeled as queer. At least not in the middle of a different video. Not trying to be funny, this showcase is genuinely terrible. But these themes also do lead to another question being asked to me, which I do get quite a bit, but not a lot. That leading to the main topic of this video, which it took a while to get here, but I know. Due to these queer themes, would you consider the Moomins woke? And we're using the woke terminology in the modern sense, because let's get it out the way, it's very obvious I'm becoming very known for my anti-woke nature as a Moomin fan, and this is the only reason why these people are bringing this up as a point, let's just be honest. They wouldn't bring it up otherwise if I did not make it clear I was undoubtedly anti-woke. Before we get into the definition of the word, this is just a side tangent though. I seriously hope I'm just not known for just being the anti-woke Moomin fan. Like, I wouldn't mind any questions or concerns. I genuinely don't care, but I'm not trying to make videos simply covering woke topics. I got other video ideas that don't involve that, bro. Yo, welcome back to the video. As promised, we will be getting into the word woke and what it actually means. Because a specific demographic of fans can't read, so what is woke? Why does Moomin hate it so much? Is probably what you're thinking about as the viewer who's not really clued in on this stuff too much, which is fine. Woke involves 2 things. 1. Pushing a specific political message purely for the sake of agenda. And 2. Forced diversity, where there shouldn't be any diversity in that particular setting. With this definition and using woke in a modern sense, are the Moomins considered woke? This is surprisingly easy to answer, to be honest with you. Tootaliki's involvement in the Moomins isn't considered woke. Tootaliki's based off a lesbian. Congratulations, my nigga. She's not used for the sake of a political message. In fact, she's literally the opposite. She wants people to learn for themselves through experience. And like I said before, I'm not sure if I have to repeat it or not, she's just Snufkin if he was a woman. They're both based off people in real life that Tove loved. They're both deep, well-meaning characters that she's written, and they both have musical talents. She isn't anything special.
You're an idiot!
Stop bringing her up to me, please. As for the gender roles being less defined by the clothing, this would be considered more of a woke element. Woke elements are the things that just tend to be there due to some political motivation, but they're not necessarily being shoved up your ass 24/7. It's more of a matter as to which should it be there considering they're for kids, and to my answer is no. This theme is more like something you would roll your eyes at when you see it, but it's nothing outrageously woke. Hey, this is me as in editing this video. I just popped in here to make one small thing clear because I didn't do it when I had the chance. What I meant by bisexual clothing that can be suited for both sexes, I was talking specifically for Whompers. The first thing that came to my mind was Rock Lee, Guy Sensei in them. As for the dresses, no one is defending that woke slop, let's be honest. Getting back on topic, let's stay focused on if we can determine if the rest of the themes are woke for the rest of this video. This theme at the time of making this video was very debatable for me, so I debated this with other people in a server of mine, and one of them had made a good point that it would not have been added if it wasn't meant to be a wink at homosexuality, and so I thought about it, and I completely agree. I just needed confirmation to see if it fit the themes that it was actually stated, unlike the other ones. I even double checked to see if there were any that I missed. I'm going based off the official site and the official site only. And honestly, that's kind of sad considering they make me think that they also sit in and ride around in wheelchairs. Between me and you, the hacks at Moomin Corp are just as autistic as their fan base. This one is more based on interpretation than anything. At the very most, it's just there, so it would be considered a woke element. It's based on some political motivation, but it's not outright agenda, so it's fine. Woke element at the very most. It's just something you roll your eyes at, and then you keep it pushing. Damn, these are real easy to address. Starting to get bored. I really hope I didn't waste my time on debating this and counting it anyway. Because the themes they cite that are not historically founded and don't have a strong argument for them are based on their own personal experiences. Your personal experience, nigga? And in the same screenshot, we can look back at it, Tove says she never thought of Moomin Valley as queer. I seriously hope I didn't waste my fucking time. But back to the actual video though. Getting into our final theme, which is the most popular. This one doesn't even tick on the woke scale for me. It's not there to push an agenda, and at the most Thingamy and Bob are just artistic expression from Tove. This one more so falls on the guise of, this is still fucking inappropriate. Nigga, this is for kids. Children are reading this, Tove. I'm not gonna hound on it too much because she didn't have predatory intentions, but seriously, it's just something that should not be there along with the other woke elements. I don't doubt that I'm still gonna get questions like this even after I already answered them. I won't have the time or energy to engage with them for long periods of time in comment sections or in general any other social media, because as I said earlier, I do have other video ideas I really want to get to. This video serves as killing two birds with one stone because I'm going to get tired of addressing the same fucking shit. People who have different political opinions than you can enjoy the same thing. I know, crazy concept. I see why so many people leave this fandom. You niggas are children. Now for the honest to God conclusion. Because the Moomins contain some of these woke elements, does that mean the Moomins are necessarily woke? No. The reason why the Moomins have never been on the woke radar is because they just didn't have that intention from Tove. She wrote them when she was lighthearted at times, or she just based the stories off real life events or feelings that she had at the time. The reason why they were never on the woke radar is because they weren't written that way. Anyways, that will be all for today's video. I'm keeping my word on the Rebecca Sugar stuff. I'm going to have a part 2 to that soon. Also, Anton! I'm gonna need me a Moomin's DeathBed animation video or else! But anyways, thank you guys for watching. See y'all.
I can't